everybody. I'd like to welcome you to our series of Candid Conversations at RE/MAX First Advantage. My name is Tim Costello. I'm the broker here at RE/MAX First Advantage, and we're going to have a candid conversation today with one of our new great agents, Ryan Sheaffer. Ryan, welcome to the call.
Hi, thank you so much, Tim. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, good. Ryan, question for you. How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
20 years old. Okay.
That's right.
And you graduated from high school in what year?
2024.
2024. And then in 2025, you became an assistant, I think, to your
Mhm.
mom and got some experience in real estate, and then decided to take your classes and pass the test. And just like you, took me several tries to pass the test at age 18 or 19 years old. I ended up getting my license back in 1983, and I kept failing the test by like one question
Mhm.
several times.
Yeah.
And passing that test means nothing as to how successful you're going to be in real estate. And I know I told you that multiple times to
Mhm.
just keep studying and pass the test because
Mhm.
once you do, you're going to do great in the business and you really are. I mean, just to give you everybody a synopsis of where Ryan is with his business is he passed the test in August 1st of 2025, and between August 1st of 2025 and December 31st, Ryan, you put under contract and closed, what was it, eight or nine properties?
Yeah, 8 to 9 properties.
8 to 9 properties.
Mhm.
Congratulations on that. That's
Thank you.
quite an
Thank you.
accomplishment in a short period of time.
Yeah, I thank you because, without having a brokerage like Remax First Advantage, I don't know if that would have been possible to I wasn't always on the subject of passing my test, but I adjusted, and with your help and your dad's help encouraging me and telling me what to study, it works. And I tell anyone that would like to take the test or is taking the test to study the terms, as you and your dad would say.
Yeah.
That that shot me so far in the test.
Okay. So you're within your first full year of business, and I know you're working with your mother as part of the Kara Schaefer group, and you're working a lot of buyers at this point in time, which you want to transition into sellers. But working the buyers and the internet leads, tell us how you're taking those raw leads that we're getting from Zillow and converting them. How have you been successful at doing that in such a short period of time?
Yeah, of course. I find my success in just continuing to call them or text them. Some are very responsive, some are just browsing the web, but I will call them or text them. I will change it up. Maybe I call them on Monday and I called them in the morning and they didn't pick up and I leave them a voicemail. And maybe Tuesday I call them at, let's say, lunchtime, and I'll just continue to call them until they say, please don't call me, or hey, I'd love to help you. That
Hmm.
seems to work for me.
So are you texting them first to try to set up an appointment to talk to them so that they're ready to have that conversation?
Sometimes I do, it depends. I usually like to call them first if possible, just to hear them out and to feel them out. And if that doesn't work, then I will text them. Some people I find that are more texters than callers. It can make it a little difficult here and there, but I always work through it and overcome all of it.
Yep. So the my dad and I, a long time ago, when we were training with the Mike Ferry organization, and I know you're training with Kong right now in our office on a weekly basis after our mastermind calls. When working with buyers, we always felt that it was important to do what we would call a little mini session.
Hmm.
And so when you have this initial contact with these buyers and you talk to them, we always stressed it's the importance is to try to get an appointment with them in the office, to get them pre-approved, go over agency with them, the consumer notice, and get them under control. And then at that point in time, you can take them out and show them houses and they really understand the process. Is that how you're working it at this point in time?
Yeah, sometimes I do. I find that on some of the Zillow leads or realtor leads that the people are more hesitant. I know one of the biggest sales I had, I took the risk and took my time to go show them a house without asking a pre-approval, and they were pre-approved, so I was very thankful for that. But I feel some you have to just go, hey, I'd love to show you that house, Mr. Smith or Mr. Buyer. I'll meet you there at 12 o'clock today and just establish that relationship. Sometimes I feel that you need that. And then from there, I'll just work. I say, hey, I work with some wonderful lenders. Each of them have their own niche. And if they're buying a mobile home or a residential home or even a commercial lease, I have a lender for each of them. And set them up, the lender takes over, and the lender and I walk through the process with them together.
Yep. Which is important to do that because having that lender and having that relationship with that lender involved is very good to let a buyer see exactly what it's going to cost them to buy a home. And that way you'll know up front whether they have the down payment and closing costs saved or whether or not you're going to need to ask for some closing cost help. Ryan, what would you say makes you different from the other agents in the marketplace? What sets you apart?
Well, I would say there's a couple things, and the biggest thing would that stands out to me is my age. As you said in the beginning, I'm 20 years old, and I find it sometimes it's hard to maybe you have a client that may be a little difficult at times because of your age, but with my mom's help and your help and just the experience that I've seen over the years for myself, ever since I've been a kid, I've watched my mom do it and
Right.
always in the car and listen to her conversations. So that experience by far has shot me in the future to succeed. Um, yeah,
Yeah, you got a great mentor with your mom. I mean,
I
she
do.
is
Yes, very
fantastic.
blessed.
And your father is doing a great job in real estate too.
Hmm.
So it's kind of exciting. Is that something that you've looked forward to working with your parents?
I have, yeah. In high school, I wasn't ninth, 10th, 11th grade, I wasn't like totally sure what I wanted to do. I was helping my mom here and there as well as doing construction in the summertime. And I was kind of broke over it if I wanted to do real estate or go get my contractor's license to be a plumber or a general contractor. And I chose the real estate, of course, and I am happy that I chose that because I feel that is a way that I can spread the word of Jesus around and help people maybe find faith and find a home at the same time. I feel that's my way of helping people and contributing to them.
Yep, giving back. Yep,
And yes, that's
yep.
right.
Now, Ryan, you're also a competitor, and I like that about it. Tell us a little bit about your passion of racing.
Mm. Well, I've raced all my life. I got in a race car at 4 years old, and the first time I went out, I whacked the restrictor plate off of it, which means it's going to go a lot faster than what it should, and the rest is history. But I would say being a competitor in racing also helps in real estate sometimes as well, as you have to be very aggressive. You have to know the contract and be able to meet the deadlines and just be able to be the best you can be for your client.
Yep. As well as win when you're
That's
in
right. Yeah.
competition.
I
It's
like to
all
win.
offer
I love to
situation.
win. Yeah. Yep.
So, racing, what type of cars is it that you drive in the race cars?
It's called an owl cart. It has a CR 500 on it. It's like a mini sprint car. It has a
Mm,
big wing on the top of it on a dirt oval.
hmm Yep. So, even this early stage of your business, I know how important your clients are to you because I was just on the phone with Shelley and she was telling me that while you were on vacation,
Mm-hmm.
down in Florida, you had a client that needed to see a house and you had reached out and already coordinated and made arrangements so that your clients were taken care of
Mhm.
while you were going. And it's just everything you're doing in your business is awesome, and I'm proud of you. And
Mm.
this year you have a lofty goal to sell how many houses?
I have 30 houses I want to sell this year, and I am well on the way.
Good, good. So
Yeah.
what kind of activities are you going to do on a daily basis to achieve your goal of selling 30 homes?
Well, I find that being organized is a humongous part in wanting to sell 30 or more homes a year. For myself, when I get a client, I have a buyer's checklist or a seller's checklist if I have a listing, and that kind of keeps me on track for my days and my times that I need to meet. But kind of back to your question, for me myself, I wake up between 6:30 to 7:30 every day almost, and I do my devotional and my affirmations of the day. I will have my chocolate milk, and right after I have my chocolate milk, I start work. I'll go through my emails. I try to shut my phone off at like 10 o'clock or so just to keep a healthy boundary there. But if something needs help, I will definitely help it. But that's what I do. And then just from there, I work my prospects. I call. I, as your dad always said and yourself, you got to make the phone calls. If you don't make the phone calls, you're not going to win. And that's what I love to do is win and help my people.
Yeah,
So that's what I do. And then from that probably takes an hour or two of my time, and then I get my list ready for the day and just start to check it off from there.
yeah, good. Yeah, my father and I always had that saying that we like to say all the time was contacts equal contracts.
That's
So the
right.
more contacts you make, the better chance you
Mhm.
have of having more contracts. And
Yes.
we get that saying by following the Mike Ferry organization for a number of years. We paid $1,000 a month for 16 years to be coached by them, and Kong and myself and Brooks and I think your mom and you have
Mhm.
talked about it. We're going to
Yeah.
attend a seminar in Florida in
Mhm.
September to keep educating ourselves so that we can continue to improve our business. And I just wanted to say, Ryan, I'm awful proud of you. You're going to be a great agent. I'm so glad that
Thank
you're
you.
with us in Remax First Advantage. And good luck to
Thank you.
2026. And we are going to make sure that you achieve your goals
Mm.
of 30 homes. Thank you,
Thank you.
Ryan.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for the time.